Okay, right here, I got 4 volts. Those 2 wires right there. Okay. So, right now, the other end of those wires, all the way in the front, right there, I have them pinned in that plug directly off the battery. That gives them 12.5 volts. So somewhere from right there to the back of the Jeep, we're dropping from 12 to 4 volts. So there's a short somewhere in all of this. And it's in front of this too, because I checked this. That only gets 4 volts. So it's somewhere between right there and those. Alright. There it is. It's the negative. It's most definitely a problem. So I guess we'll get that fixed real quick, and that will solve the ABS and traction control and ESP and BAS lights, and give a reading on that wheel speed sensor again. Alright guys, I have a 2008 Jeep Compass here. It had an ABS light, traction control, and it said no signal from the left rear wheel speed sensor. So I went through a whole process of checking it. I checked my voltage at the right rear plug up in here, right here. This voltage was 12 volts, and then I checked this side right here, and it only had 4 volts. It needs 12. So there was a short somewhere along the way. I checked here again in the harness on this green and blue and green and black wire. That also had 4 volts. So that means the short was ahead of that. I pinned it with 12 volts up here in the ABS module plug to ensure that it had 12 volts going to it. And I checked down there. It had 12 volts there. Checked here, still had 12 volts. I went to this plug inside of here. It's 12 volts through it, and 4 volts there. So I knew that the problem was between there and there. And then I checked right there. That had 4 volts. I checked right here. That had 12 volts. And I pulled it down, and sure enough, right there is a chafed wire. So that means there's a voltage drop right there on that wire from 12 volts down to 4 volts. That's my issue with my ABS light. Wheel speed sensor, I replaced it. It didn't fix it. So, you know, not much you can do about that. And then I tried to pin it to the other side, and I spun that wheel, the one that wasn't working, and I had it pinned to the right side, and it showed up on the scanner as the right wheel is turning, even though it was that one. So that meant that it wasn't that wheel bearing or anything like that. That was all working right as it should. It's strictly this right here. So I'm gonna get that fixed and get this thing put back together. I just thought maybe that could help somebody else out, because I racked my head on it for a little bit, and it was getting old. So hopefully it saves somebody some time.